What is up, YouTube and Forza 5115? We are back to go ahead and start doing a little bit of No Man's Sky, a little bit of gameplay, but we're not really gaming. Just kind of go over No Man's Sky new update Beyond in 2.0 or No Man's Sky 2.0. We're gonna go through some of the patch notes and just kind of take a look at the benchmarks a little bit. We can't really do a straight benchmark because they don't have a benchmark tool, but we're just kind of take a look at some of the performance that we're getting. We are on the i9 9900K and the RTX 2080 Ti, but we're gonna go through some of these patch notes and just kind of look at the performance. Like I said, I tried to do this at the same time and run the game with doing my commentary, and I just sounded like a rambling mental patient, and I think it'll be better that I just do a voiceover and go through these patch notes with you guys real quick if you haven't seen them yet. Some of these I don't understand. We'll start at the top here. Inventory slot capacity has increased from 250 to 1,000. That is insane. Why would they go that high? I have no idea. When someone told me about it, they said it was mainly just the materials and stuff like that, which I kind of get, but that ruins a bunch of the game for me because that's just part of the game. I mean, maybe if they do it in Care Bear mode, that would be fine. And I call it Care Bear because you pretty much get everything handed to you anyway. It's really easy to, get your ship up and running and everything. I always play in survival. It seems like more of a challenge for me. And when they did the initial release, it just wasn't everything I wanted. Anyway, I think that's just kind of ridiculous to put it at 1,000, and it makes you have less, gives you less strategy. Anyway, let's go to the next ones. Starship Cockpits have been entirely remodeled, which I noticed that in VR a little bit. I'm not doing the VR gameplay yet because of my medical issues. I'm not able to do a lot of sitting up and all that, so we're going to hold off on doing those, but I did play it a little bit, and I can say that it is pretty sweet. I definitely had some fun with it. Let's go ahead and look at learning alien language has been overhauled, letting players choose from what word categories to learn. I don't know why that was a big deal. I kind of like that you run into a certain character and they gave you a certain type of language, like their language. So what it sounds like what they're doing with this is that it's just going to be you can choose whichever one you want to learn and just keep on learning that one. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but that's exactly how it sounds. Anyway, completely reworked base model. Completely reworked base building menu with better visual clarity and usability. That's actually kind of good. I like the way how building your base was before. So it didn't really bother me, but I do like that they are paying attention to that. Let's go on to the next one. Faster and more convenient building thanks to adjustments to the base part snapping system. And now that's basically just how each part snaps onto another, and it was very wonky last time. It would get annoying that you couldn't snap certain things, so I'm glad they actually did a workaround on this and put some effort into it. So let's see what else we have here. Players can now create fish quality light. I don't know why it's PHISH. So quality light and sound displays with teleporters and sphere generators. That's pretty cool. So it's just the displays are gonna be a bit better, and they just added more. Basically, I just call it details to the teleporters and sphere generators. Let's see here. Bases can now be powered by solar energy or fueled biogenerators. That is awesome. I like that because that gives you more of a strategy that you want to work with, working with power and stuff like that. I kind of say that with 7 Days to Die when they came out with the whole power system. It added a whole dynamic to the game, and now that you're doing that with this, that's pretty cool. I wonder how to get them though, because it doesn't really tell you how to get them when you're in game. Like if you're already in half of your game, it doesn't let you know how to do that, and I'm gonna have to look it up before I can actually use it. All I know is some of my stuff is not working. Anyway, technology can be moved after it's installed. That is what we needed in No Man's Sky, and I couldn't be happier with that one, because that's one of those things where you start installing things and then you realize, oh, I want to put more of X or Y to this, and it has to be next to whatever, you know, to get the, you know, the bonus, and you only had a choice to destroy it or, you know, just not do it. So that is a really good thing, that you can actually move stuff or, you know, uninstall it. Hopefully you get all your stuff back, though. That's another part. Better UI for comparing purchasing chips. That's pretty decent. Just giving you a better UI for when you want to compare your old chip to the new chip. I looked at that in VR only. I didn't do it in my regular gameplay. I only played like about an hour and stuff like that, and it seemed like everything looks all right. Anyway, that's not one of the things I'm really concerned about. Let's see, revamped analysis visor, allowing players to push a button to scan flora and fauna, as opposed to automatic scanning. I don't like this. I'm just gonna say it right out. It's not that I'm lazy. It's just that I'm really lazy. No, really, I don't like having to press the button. I like the way how you would look at things and then it would just, you know, it would scan as you're going through to see if you've been there before. Be like, okay, just kind of look and scan through stuff because you're already scanning. I like the automatic scan. I don't really like having to press a button. I wish they would maybe give you a way to upgrade to a buttonless scanner. Anyway, let's go on to the next, which is butterflies are easier to scan now. And I don't know why it says guys in this, so I don't know why Games Radar would do that, but anyway, easier to scan butterflies. Let's see, mission supply. Oh yeah, that missions now supply hints by indicating the mission relevant items in both the build and crafting menus. They kind of already did this. They did it with the tooltips on the right side, like the awakenings. You see here, it says mission target in another galaxy. They always put the stuff there. If you have it targeted, it would tell you need to have X, Y, Z type of materials and stuff like that for your mission. Having it highlighted, on map, I guess it's okay. It adds a little bit of depth and dynamic to the game. And let's just move on. Harvest milk, eggs, or edible clusters, yuck, from animals that you tame. I don't really tame any animals. I know they started adding some of that type of stuff in Next, and I never really got into it. So maybe I'll have to try that so I can get eggs and stuff and edible things. They'll use those harvested food items to create more than 300 recipes, which can be consumed to boost your exosuit or brought to the Space Anomaly Hub and presented for critique like a Space Hell's Kitchen. So you can pretty much cook stuff now and then bring it out so someone can tell you that your food sucks. So I'm kind of getting that. That's kind of cool. It's a little bit more, a little bit something I wouldn't have expected them to put into the game. But it's pretty cool. Anyway, to the last thing here, we have completely overhauled the galaxy map for better clarity and cleaner visual style. That's okay. That's the kind of thing I expect them to always do, is try to update the galaxy map and everything. But that is pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they've really done. These are just the main points that they have. Mainly that they added, VR is a huge thing. Even my wife, which doesn't even like this game, was like, this game would be, really good in VR. And I totally agree, So they have this thing fully set up for VR, and I definitely want to do some game recordings of that in the near future. Anyway, that is all we're going to do for this video. I definitely want to put together another video here on cable management. My i9 system that we're running on right now is just terrible. It's bad. I mean, it has cables running out the side, and I have a hard drive sitting outside of the case, just sitting there in a cage, and it's bad. Why I do this is because I end up, putting stuff in there and taking it all the time, and then I never get back to like, oh yeah, I'm gonna cable manage all this. No, I didn't. So I'm gonna probably do a video on cable management and how we can, you know, make the case actually do what it's designed to do, instead of, you know, me being a complete chode and just letting it sit there and hang out of the computer like buckwheat. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Make sure you hit that like button and definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel. You all take care and happy gaming.